Hi you guys, it's me, Be Unique. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello and welcome. If you're returning, you know you guys are awesome. So today's video is going to be a little, does this makeup look or eye look is going to be in another video, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, so let's jump into this video. The month of February's add-ons, they had some foundation and they had some skincare. I grabbed some stuff, and where is my little bag? Okay. The items that I bought came in a little baggie like so. I got two of these because I did two separate orders technically. Ultimate Coverage, I'm sorry. Ultimate Coverage 24-hour foundation. I got the shade Driftwood and the shade Cashmere. The shade Driftwood for my foundation. I found that it matched me perfectly. So if you guys are like an NC in MAC, like an NC25, NC30, even NC30 is kind of dark for me, like a smidgen too dark, then the shade Drifter will be good for you. Or if you're in, let's see, Estee Lauder Double Wear 3W1 Tawny, the shade will be good for you. Just as a reference. So yeah, the foundation itself comes in a glass bottle. Very nice. I like it. Has a built-in pump for 12 bucks. I'm so glad I got this. So I'm hoping that this pans out. It has some pretty good claims. It has claims to be humidity resistant, sweat resistant. If I remember correctly, even transfer resistant. So I'm an oily skin gal and I live in a humid climate, so we will see how this turns out. Okay. So this is my second attempt on filming this video. My cat was in here and this might not be dry skin, causing things to break down, getting in front of my camera. I had makeup all over my shirt. We're gonna try this again. So I got several shades from the add-ons. I spent $12 each on the shades. I got the Driftwood shade and the Cashmere shade. My intention was to mix them two because they didn't have Buttercup, which was my initial choice for my base box, which Boxycharm claims that they don't have on file. So that's 2 months in a row where I went to make a choice. And the first time it didn't work. The second time apparently I was apparently hallucinating because it's not on file. So I'm not going to get into that because I still like Boxycharm, but they need to get that fixed because that's 2 months now in a row for me and I'm not happy. So I have some dry skin going on a little bit in certain areas. I don't know what I have. I mean, sometimes like this will flare up on me. So I moisturize dos times, okay? And the first time that I attempted this, I did my foundation routine as normal, which I used my primer, and I've been using the Becca Cosmetics, or no, not Becca, I'm sorry. I've been using the Cover FX Blurring Primer, and I always set my primer. I'm an oily skin girl, so especially here, you know, and here, I have to. But when I did that, and I don't know if this is the reason why, which we're going to find out, my makeup was not looking good. I was looking a little weird. It was wiping off on certain areas. So I'm just going to use my primer as a quote unquote normal person, and I'm not going to set it. So we're going to see how that goes. I even cleaned my sponge again before this video, or you know what I mean. That way you can't say it's a sponge because it's dirty. You know, we're giving this like 100%. Like I don't want no reasons. Moisturizer. I'm going to take my primer. I'm going to put it in the areas where I have issues. Hopefully this time it will go good. Now, I did use this foundation to see if the shade would work for me. It kind of did. I didn't use any primer. I just like washed my face, quickly put it on, checked it out. And I was like, oh, okay, it looks kind of good. And I took it off. So when I did that, it looked good. So I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, I'm going to tell you if I think I'm doing something wrong or if I'm not sure. So I'm going to use 2 pumps on either side of my face. The last time I did this, attempted, it was enough. And it was very, very nice, fully coverage. Which I am a full coverage girl. So, plus I got this acne over here that's acting up, and yeah, we don't want none of that. Okay. I will say, being that I've now put this on 3 times, every time I put this on, it doesn't feel heavy, which is great because I hate feeling like a heavy formula. Yeah, okay. So immediately I'm seeing such a difference. And you cannot set your powder, you can't set your primer with this. You cannot add powder underneath this formula, at least in my opinion, because it was looking like a hot mess. It was clinging to certain areas, and it's not doing that now. At first I thought it was my dry skin that I've been having certain issues with. It's always this time of year. For me, I'm noticing I am messing up my brows. Oh my God. Woo. This sponge is a little too chunky for me. But yeah, so I thought it was my skin clinging, you know, having the foundation cling, but apparently not, because it's not doing it now. Just make sure if you have a lot of pores or, you know, to really press like I am. Really get that in there. I'm gonna bring you guys a little close so you can see what we're working with so far. Okay, that's my nose. It looks pretty good so far. Way better than the last time. Way better. So definitely I'm learning my lesson. So now the test for me will be to see whether or not this foundation is going to hold up my oils and keep them all in check, because, you know, I will get oil here, here, and then I also use it as an eye base. So even though this may look like a lot, it's going to cover my whole eyeball. So, okay, and I'm going to use a pointy side. Oh, this looks, I don't know if this is gonna work for me. Like, we're gonna go all on top of my eye, blend it out. Okay. Huh. Very nice. I like how it's working with this concealer, which is a Tarte Shape Tape in light medium. So to set my makeup, I'm using the Laura Mercier powder. You know what? I think I'm gonna add a little bit down the center of my nose. I don't know if I think this matches really well. I really can't tell where the foundation ends in my neck, well, in person. So I might add a little more here of foundation just to make sure, because I didn't really bring it down that far. So yeah, this blended out really well. I think it matches me perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna set the rest of my makeup, and I'll be right back. Okay, so it has been 3 hours. I finished my foundation at 11:22. It is now 2:25. So we're just gonna, some oils are peeking through, but nothing to where I would be super duper concerned about. Like, it looks nice. Does that make sense? So yeah, it feels super comfortable. Don't mind my little, just, you know, forget that's there. But it feels super nice on the skin. It doesn't feel too tight. I had lunch as well, and I mean, it wasn't anything major. I had some tuna fish, so. But yeah, so I don't know. It's held up pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. I have no complaints so far about this foundation, so I'm gonna leave it on, because I know it says 24 hours. I'm not gonna leave it on for 24 hours. I'm thinking I'm gonna play it by ear. We're thinking about getting some pizza. I don't know if we're gonna get pizza or not, and I'd love to see like how it would react with the whole grease and stuff. But yeah, I will come back in probably 3 hours. So yeah. So it is now 5:45 p.m. and it is time for the next check-in. So looking in, I mean, already you guys can see my oils are shining through. I have not touched up. I have not put powder, blotted, nothing. Because I wanted this to be able to say, hey, you know, this is the truth of this whole situation. Now I feel that if I put on some powder, it wouldn't be as oily. My cats follow me every time I film. Oh my God. I love them. I can't. So, okay, I have dry skin here, which this has been like this since application, which Again, the dry skin, I get it. So I'm not knocking the foundation for that. So if you have dry skin and have like cracking, whatever it is, just keep that in mind if you're thinking about this foundation. So here, there's nothing breaking, which is good. A lot of oils, but nothing breaking. So here on my nose, it's looking good. Nothing's really separating or anything. It's when you come here, starting to get some smile lines or whatever. Actually, like, it's actually not that bad. My chin, let me see if I can angle this a little bit better. This hair starting to separate. See that? See all that? It's starting to separate around this area. Overall, I mean, seedless fire. I mean, overall, it's really not that bad, considering. Sorry about that. The pizza came and I'm over here eating it as I'm coming back. So, I've been wearing this foundation for about 6.5 hours total. Considering that, it doesn't look that bad. Like, let me see what happens, how it looks if I blot. And then we can see if there's any foundation transferring. Ooh. Okay. This is my paper towel. That's really not a lot. I am pleasantly surprised with that blot. I really am. Because I have blotted numerous amount of times before, and I'm pressing on my face too. I've blotted before with other foundations, and I mean, like, literally, it's like way darker than that. Excuse my pimple, please. Like, I'm struggling. So I mean, it came off a little bit here. I mean, a little bit here, but I was like pressing really hard. So I mean, that's still not bad. Also, when I was applying my contour here, I noticed that it was coming off as well, the foundation. I'm sorry, I'm going to eat and talk at the same time because I ain't got time for this. I mean, I do, you know what I mean? So, I was using my Blendiful to do so. But I don't think it was the Blendiful. I think it was just the foundation just coming off my face. I tried covering it up. It was right here. I don't know if you guys can tell. Here was fine. And then on my nose up here, that's where it was coming off when I was applying it. So yeah. But overall, I'm happy. I'm super happy with this foundation. It didn't really oxidize on my face. That's a bonus for me because I struggle with that. Oh my gosh. So for a foundation for me, in the heat, if I have to run to the store, this will definitely be my go-to. Just because, like, I'm not gonna be out for 6.5 hours. I really don't wear makeup for that long. It's very rare that I do. Special occasions or whatever, I will. Or if I know I'm gonna be out all day, then I will. But I like this foundation. Considering I only spent $12 on this shade, and on the other one, like, I got 2 for 1. And it did not oxidize. Like, I am so, like, stepping back, you guys, look. This is my chest, right? I didn't bring anything far down. Where was I? Overall thoughts on this foundation. Would I repurchase a full retail value? I think I would. I like the fact that they have a shade that fits me. I don't know how it's pulling up on camera. But in person, at least, it meant, like, I can't tell where my foundation ends and where my skin begins. So for me to find something that has that perfect match, that's something like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to let that go. So that's reason number one why I would repurchase. Second reason is it is lightweight. I will say that. I also walked to the bus stop in this, which it was about 81 today. I do live in a humid climate, so the humidity it was pretty up there. I was, you know, I mean, and it held up. I had lunch in it. I just had some pizza in it. And I don't normally wear my makeup for this long. So if I were to use this as a quick, I need some coverage, I want to run to the store, I would definitely, I like this foundation. Even though it looks the way it does now, odds are it wouldn't I wouldn't wear it this long, and it really doesn't look that bad. Like, I'm still impressed. I really am. So the color, the coverage, the lightweight feel, I like. I do want to try it again with setting my primer underneath. I'm thinking maybe it was the type of sponge. I don't have a beauty blender right now. That kind of just took a poo, so I'm going to be on the lookout to be purchasing that. But yeah, overall, I really do like this foundation, and yes, I recommend it. That wraps up the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts on this foundation. Do you have this foundation? Do you want this foundation? Was this video at all helpful to you? I hope it was. Also, make sure you guys sting that subscribe button. Come join my little beehive here with me. Help me pollinate my videos on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and wherever else you can think of pollinating. Your mom, your uncle, your aunt, your friend, your best friend, your friend's brother, whoever else. Make sure you hit that notification bell. That way you guys are notified of any future content. And I will catch you guys in my next video.